This morning, hopefully we're going to look at, or I'm going to give you a bit of guidance on your university preparation. Before the Christmas break, I did ask you guys to really have a think about this. Start thinking about which courses you are interested in studying and where you might like to study. And today, we're kind of going to have a look at the certain processes that you need to be thinking about, what things you can put in place to get yourself as organized as possible. Okay, so we've got a short presentation. Well, I've got a presentation to give you, and then at the end I would happily answer any questions that you may have. If you do have any questions along the way, feel free to write them into the chat comment, the chat part, and I'll address these in the comment box. That's right. I'll address these at the end of the presentation. I won't be able to see them as I'm presented, but I will be able to. I will read back through the questions and answer them at the end. Okay. So you may type in any questions so that you don't forget. Okay, so like I said, hopefully today we can talk through the points of your action plan for preparing to apply for university. First of all, I thought it would be nice to get you guys aware of what universities are looking for. And you can try to portray this in your application. The obvious one straight away is a positive attitude towards your study. Okay, and that's not just shown in your results. That's shown from your references, how people describe you in the classroom as well. Another possibly obvious one is a passion for your chosen course subject, certainly with UK universities, but obviously with all universities that you choose, with the course that you choose, you need to show a passion for it. That passion could stem from what you want to then go on into the future to become using that course as well. An ability to think and work independently. You guys are really set up well for university applications as you're taking the IB course. You can think of many examples of where you've had to think and work independently, maybe on a CAS project or an internal assessment. Okay, the ability to persevere and complete tasks. Again, CAS comes to mind, IAs most certainly come to mind, EEs definitely come to mind, but also before year 12 as well, back in Key Stage 4 and 3 when you went on certain trips maybe. I know year 8 would have had to climb kind of a mountain wall, cliff wall. And maybe you had to persevere through that and complete that task as well. An inquiring mind, somebody that shows critical thinking, okay, and active members of their community. That could be school community and communities outside of school as well. So, what projects are you a part of? Have you set up any school projects, any volunteer work, charity work, sports clubs that you are part of as well? All of these attributes feed into a great university application. Okay, so have a think about what you can write or what you can talk about yourself with regards to these bullet points here. Okay. So, preparing for university starts now. I think possibly the action starts now, but you have been preparing for university for many years now in all that you've been doing. okay? But what we're going to look at from now on is the sort of the actions you need to take and what you need to do in order to prepare yourself to be ready to send your application. Okay, so kind of first of all, we need a bit of an action plan. I'll run through these bullet points in more detail in a moment, but you're going to have to look at an action plan of what you need to be thinking about and when you need to be doing certain things. I've just put this in, actually, research. Those students that are proactive in their research and what they need to be doing and when they need to be doing it, those are the most stress-free students when it comes to university applications. It can be a stressful thing. So if you are proactive and you're doing your research for each university, it relieves that stress, it makes you organized. Okay. Unifrog, which you have all been registered for, you have all accessed Unifrog, you have all had a little go around the website and a bit of a practice using Unifrog, but we will now utilize Unifrog properly to really get your application set up. Okay, Unifrog will help a lot with the research that I'm asking you guys to do. Okay, it has a lot of information on there. Application processes, these again feed into your research. Different regions will have different processes and you need to be aware of what they are, okay, and how to complete an application form for a specific university or a specific region, okay. We will look at our procedures for Regents as well, okay, so what we expect you to do, when we expect you to do it, the support that we will give you as well, okay. We will look at deadlines, again, feeding into this kind of theme of independent research. You will have different deadlines for different universities and different regions. And we ourselves will have deadlines for you to complete certain applications by as well. We have a new calendar which is being updated throughout this year, and I will show you what that calendar looks like a little bit later on. And that should hopefully give you a clear idea of all your deadlines and things that you need to be thinking about and when you need to be thinking about them, hopefully in a bit of a clear page as well, so it's a bit user friendly. And then lastly, the extra support, which is possibly a little bit, you know, outside university guidance part, but more for your SATs or BMAT or things like that as well. Okay, so we will look at all of these in more detail. We have been on Unifrog, we have registered up yourselves, you have explored the content, and you've had a bit of a practice on Unifrog. What Unifrog is really great for is to create a shortlist for universities from different regions. I've kind of taken a snapshot down here, so you can click on, for instance, UK universities, and you can find all the universities that you might be interested in. And it gives you a page of information, sometimes 2 pages of information about the university, about the course that you are applying for and how it is taught at that university. It gives all the information of the requirements, your IB results needed, the SATs, and if you need an English proficiency test, okay, it gives all of that information. You can create a scholarship for each region, so you can create a shortlist for each region, one for the UK, one for the US, for European universities, as they're done slightly different for UK. It has Oxbridge for your Oxford and Cambridge. It has Canadian universities. This was only a short print screen of the page. It's got Australian universities, it's got Southeast Asian universities. So it really is trying to cover all the opportunities, all the universities out there that you may wish to go to. Okay, really powerful tool. It will also help with writing personal statements and Common App essays. It also helps with CVs as well, I could have put on there. Each student in year 13 will write a personal statement. Okay? Most universities require a personal statement of some sort. The personal statement and Common App essays can be have a similar theme to them. So if you've written a personal statement, but you decide to go to a US university and you need an essay, you're still able to take parts of your statement, maybe edit it so that it's more appropriately written for the Common App. Okay? For those that think, well, my university doesn't require a personal statement, you will need a personal statement of some sort for future job applications. Okay, so we aren't just writing a personal statement because you might need one for a UK university or something. We're actually also developing those skills further down the line for when you actually apply for jobs as well. So we do get each student to write a personal statement. Okay. I've put scholarships in bold because it also links to the theme of research as well. I've been on this tab for scholarships on Unifrog, and it will give all the possible scholarships for a university that a university offers within a specific region. So if you are interested in studying in Canada and going to a Canadian university, but you think you will need a scholarship of some sort to be able to do that, then you are able to look up the information for scholarships about those universities. Some scholarships need you to be nominated by your counsellor. Some scholarships are merit-based. They are on how well you've done for your in your results. Some are need-based. Your need of a scholarship. Okay. Some scholarships are only available to Southeast Asian students. Okay, so you can look out for all of these scholarships that are on offer. Research is really important with this. There are so many universities out there, so many different scholarships that could be offered to students that I can't possibly know all of them for every university that you may wish to go to, with there being around 30 students all asking me about a scholarship. I'm not going to have all the information. So you need to go and find the information about the scholarship. And then when you have done that, you are able to speak with me or your tutor about this, and we can look through the scholarship together. Once I'm aware of what scholarship it is you're interested in, then we can find out more information about it together, okay? But I won't necessarily know that a certain university that you wish to go to has a scholarship that you are eligible for, okay? So you really need to sort of put the background work in there. But Unifrog can be really useful, and it will help a great deal with taking a bit of stress away from the application for it. All of that, finding information out, going through each website directly and trying to work out the information there. It kind of pulls all the information in together. Okay? So it's a really useful thing. Support and role of tutor and the university advisor. I am always here to help, but you might need to make an appointment with me. If you need immediate help, then your tutor is of course there to help you as well. They will be able to help you with personal statements, with essays and CVs if you need one. Some universities require you to have a CV. Okay, so these people are here to help you as much as possible. I've said before, it's quite a stressful period actually. Applying for a university, builds the adrenaline as well. And they're there to help you in case you do get overwhelmed, in case you are a little bit panicked, in case you're a bit worried about a deadline, okay? They've all been through it. They've all had to do that when they were your age as well, so they know exactly how it feels. So speak to them as well about it. That's absolutely fine. Again, we mentioned these tests before, and what you might know already, or if you don't, this is really important, is that our school is an exam centre for all of these tests. So if you need to sit an SAT, you can sit it in school. You don't have to travel very far away. All the exams can be here. You do need to register yourself, but if you need help with that, then Mr. Core is on hand to help you there. The other support available is kind of to help you with the exams themselves. So these are kind of like our experts on these exams. We've got the SATs. Mr. Anderson has done a lot of work, and sometimes does ECAs or after school clubs. IELTS, Mr. Barrow and Mr. Woodby. And for the BMAT, for the medical universities or medical degrees, is Mr. Rogers. Okay. Ivy League and Russell, these names are given to the top universities in the USA and the UK respectively. So the Ivy League universities are in the USA, the Russell Group universities are in the UK. And these are seen as the top universities in those nations, okay? And we do believe that you should be applying to these universities. Okay, because you guys are the top students in Thailand and the top students in Southeast Asia. So you should be applying to these universities. And we said, think big. And you know, this is kind of what we mean, just believing that you can. But these applications, just because they're seen as the top universities, they follow the same process. So you still apply through UCAS, or you still apply through the Common App with these. We're coming up to the end now, and I just wanted to talk about this. There's not a lot on this spreadsheet, but work experience, the community bullet point on that one of those first slides. Find out some places where you can work. The school is trying to help with this as well. But if you've got any companies that you can work for, or any projects that you can build up and volunteer to, the charity side of things, or you know, you can contact certain companies and see if there are any internships as well. That would be great on your application and in your personal statements. And it is again where we ask for parent support with this. We have some fantastic students willing to do some internships. So if you have any contact details, or you yourself have any companies where you can support the school in allowing some students to gain some real work experience, it would be much appreciated. And if you are, then please contact me with any details, and we can set up a sort of network there. Okay. Lastly, keep options open. Okay, don't think that you can't go to a certain place. You have opportunities to go everywhere. Be aspirational, solid and safe. Think like that. That's what I'm talking about with those 5 universities for the UK ones. Make yourself stand out. That's really important. It's not always about the grades. You can have really top grades, but if you've done nothing in your community, if you haven't helped out in any way with your school community or anything like that, you don't necessarily stand out. Okay, your personality doesn't stand out, so make yourself stand out. All right, hopefully you were able to gather some information there. Like I've said, this has been recorded, so if you need any more, if you need to refer back to it, then of course you can. Right, I'll stop presenting. that is the end of that presentation, but I am happy to answer any questions. Parents may stay on. I am able to kind of speak with you for a short moment. For year 12 students, unless you've got any questions right now, you may leave this Google Meet and attend your next lesson. You should be able to join period 3 now.